It's not a car. It's not a truck. It's not just another 4x4. It's a Hummer. A vehicle that defies comparison or categorization. A vehicle not in a class, but a universe all its own. A wolf in a field of sheep. A wolf in wolf's clothing. A Hummer is able to go places and do things no other vehicle can. It was not designed for the masses, but for the U.S. Armed Forces. They needed a vehicle like nothing in existence. One so powerful and agile that it could overcome the impossible. A vehicle that could climb the steepest hills and conquer the toughest terrain. A vehicle that would be strong enough and durable enough to be depended upon in the heat of battle. And they wanted it to last 12 years under the most punishing conditions. AM General Corporation answered the call. The descendant of the company that designed and manufactured the most nimble, most beloved military vehicle the world had ever seen, the Jeep, did it again with what is known as the Humvee. And save for the addition of a few creature comforts, the street-legal civilian version, called the Hummer, is virtually unaltered. It's a beast, slightly tamed. When the terrain is at its ugliest, this beast is at its most beautiful. It can scale an 18-inch wall, claw its way up a 60% grade, wade through 2 feet of water, muck, or mud, and plow through 3-foot snowdrifts. Impossible? For another vehicle, but not for Hummer. In addition to its 4-wheel independent suspension, Hummer has 37-inch tires and a full 16 inches of ground clearance, twice as much as any other 4x4. Its 72-inch track width gives it an amazingly low center of gravity, making Hummer stable enough to traverse a 40% side slope. Much of Hummer's climbing prowess is a result of its geared hub assembly, which provides a gear reduction of nearly 2 to 1 directly at the wheel, where it does you the most good. The reason it can handle water so well is that the powertrain's entire ventilation system is sealed. So you can drive around in 2 feet of water all day long and be completely protected from sand, silt, and muck. A Hummer can negotiate obstacles in rough terrain that would be a dead end for any other civilian vehicle. Its 4-wheel AA arm coil spring-independent suspension has springs much larger than an ordinary 4x4, with heavy-duty hydraulic shocks mounted inside them. Through a process called brake throttle modulation, Hummer's torque biasing differentials allow you to increase its already impressive mobility. When traction is lost and tires are spinning, light pressure applied simultaneously to both the brake and throttle will get you moving. Pressuring the brake effectively locks the differentials, redistributing power to the tires with the best traction. That means you need only one wheel with good footing to carry you through almost anything. In deep mud or loose sand, Hummer can be equipped with another innovation to keep you moving: the central tire inflation system. This allows you, as you're driving, to let air out of either your front tires, your rear tires, or all 4 of them. This increases each tire's footprint, putting more tread in contact with the terrain. Then, when you're back on the streets, you can inflate them again just as easily. You can also choose to equip your Hummer with an exclusive run-flat system, which will enable you to travel up to 20 miles at 30 miles per hour with no air in 1 or all 4 tires. If you find these feats amazing, it's because they are. No other civilian vehicle in the world comes close to doing what a Hummer can do. And they don't apply to some stripped-down test vehicle. They apply to a fully equipped Hummer, carrying a payload of up to 5,000 pounds. Yet, as big and strong as it is, a Hummer feels as nimble as a dirt bike. That's because its design is a model of strength and efficiency. In fact, its body is more like an aircraft than a truck. It is made from a heat-treated aluminum alloy, which has an extremely high strength-to-weight ratio. Naturally, being aluminum, it's virtually corrosion-proof as well. For extra strength and durability, Body panels are first bonded together, then riveted, and they sit on a high-grade steel box section frame with 5 heavy-duty cross members. This steel design is extremely strong, yet flexible enough to absorb the stress of heavy loads and severe terrain. It allows a Hummer carrying a full payload to shrug off punishment that would disable an ordinary truck or 4x4. Hummer was created for the most remote, rut-riddled, boulder-strewn, washed-out, snow-filled mountainous recesses of the earth. But it's just as at home on more civilized terrain. On the highway, a Hummer handles more like a sports car than a truck. In town, its power-assisted steering and tight turning radius make it as easy to parallel park as a car. It will take you anywhere a car can, and take you there safely. An energy-absorbing steering column, padded dash, and steel roof and doors with side impact beams are all standard. As you might expect, this extraordinary vehicle is equipped with no ordinary braking system. Hummer's inboard-mounted power disc brakes on all 4 wheels provide exceptional stopping power, and they're mounted high, above the frame rails, to protect them from dirt and debris. Hummer's interior is extremely comfortable and roomy. 3-way adjustable high-back bucket seats for 4 are standard, and auxiliary seating for up to 8 is also available in some models. An efficient heating system and optional air conditioning will keep you comfortable no matter what the climate. And whether your vista is filled with pine trees or skyscrapers, an optional premium sound system will provide the appropriate background music. For those times when you feel the desire to bring along a toy or two, Hummer can be equipped with a towing package that's designed to pull nearly 9,000 pounds.
Hummer is available with 2 power plants, a 6.5-liter naturally aspirated 170 horsepower V8 diesel engine with 290 pound-feet of torque, or a 6.5-liter 195 horsepower turbo diesel engine which delivers 430 pound-feet of torque. With its quicker acceleration, the turbo diesel makes pulling out onto the highway and passing easier than ever. Both powerful engines are just as easy to take care of as that of a car or ordinary 4x4. Just check the oil, change it every 3,000 miles, and replace the air filter periodically. You also have your choice of 4 body styles, each available in red, black, burgundy metallic, silver metallic, green metallic, white, bright white, and yellow.
Whichever engine, model, and color you choose, rest assured your Hummer won't blend in. You won't go unnoticed. A Hummer doesn't look like people expect a vehicle to look, and they haven't seen a lot of them. And with the relative handful of civilian Hummers that will be produced this year, they won't. No, we don't expect Hummer to set any sales records for quite some time, but that's okay. We knew all along, a Hummer is not for everyone.